Hey guys, expansion literally tomorrow. Just wanted to go over some talents for you guys. So at this very moment, this is the best in slot stuff to go. Now there's two builds that you can go into, and I'm getting to those very shortly. Okay, let's go ahead and hurry this up because I don't know how much time left I have in this row. Now for the first row, it's going to be between Forceful Winds and Elemental Blast. Basically, this depends on what legendary you choose. Personally, I like going Forceful Winds because I like to go a little certain legendary. Again, we'll go over that on when we talk about legendaries. Next row for me is going to have to be Storm Flurry. The other option you can go, I see some people run, is Ice Strike. I do not like this. You have to be in melee range to be able to use it in the first place. And I feel like if you spec out of Storm Fury, pretty much your class revolves around Storm Strike. That is your main build, so it feels really weird to me to get out of something that increases our main damage. Next row, I like to run Earth Shield. I will run a static charge if I'm facing a Windwalker Monk because when they pop their damage, they'll have a bunch of pets and you want to be able to stun those pets as fast as possible. That will interrupt a lot of damage. Other than that, Earth Shield is normally the move to go. Next row, Elemental Assault. It goes hand in hand with Storm Flurry, and pretty much just the rest really suck. Alright, for the next row, this is a pretty big row. It's going to be between Feral Lunge and Nature's Guardian. Essentially, if I'm going to die in a stun, I will run Nature's Guardian. So against a rogue, mainly, if it's any time a rogue enemy team, I will run this. A huge keynote, if you're facing a Shadow Priest, do not run Nature's Guardian. Why? Is because when they pop Mind Games and you're below the percentage, Mind Games will literally kill you. You will kill yourself. So if they pop Mind Games and you're at like 50% and Mind Games drops you below 35%, that 20% heal will instantly kill you. So any other time you can run Feral Lunge because one, we lack a lot of mobility, which is kind of a problem for Enhancement Shamans. Next row after that is going to have to be Sundering. Sundering is very nice to use as an interrupt or a way to set up a stun from your cap totem. So what I like to do is I like to cap and then drop Sunder, and that way that person is going to get a full stun. That is almost a guaranteed way you're going to be able to get your cap stuns off, so a lot of people struggle with that. So you're just not throwing your cap stuns randomly and hopefully getting it. Now the next row is the most controversial row. All three of these are pretty decent. Let me go ahead and go over them real quick. So Elemental Spirits, you can pop this and you can have, if you have the correct wolves, it's very RNG if you don't know. It can pop like a Fire Wolf, a Electrical Wolf, and like, I don't know, it pops like 3 different wolves and you can have 2 of them. Or you can have 2 of one of them. So it's very RNG. And pretty much you want to get one that increases your nature damage / increases your Wind Fury proc chance. And if you do that, you'll be able to blow someone up very fast. But again, this is very RNG. So you're taking a big risk by running this. If you want more consistent pressure, Earthen Spike is going to be your go-to. And if you want big bursts, Ascendance is the move. Most of the time, I just pop Ascendance as a finisher. I don't really pop it as a, oh, here comes my big damage. I don't really use it for that. It doesn't feel like it gets that many cooldowns. It doesn't feel like it should be used that way. So most of the time, I still run Ascendance again because of that initial proc damage that it has. You see that 5,200? That could crit for 10k, and that's literally a third of someone's life. So that's very huge. Downside of it is it's a mega cooldown. Honestly, I feel like Ascendance should be automatically baseline for us in Enhancement Shamans. Maybe even Restored Shamans as well. It seems kind of silly that we have to spec into it because it's almost too good. I don't know, it's kind of like having the spec into Storm Strike. This feels really weird without it. Alright, PvP talents. You want to run Swelling Wave, Shamanism, and Grounding. This is by default. Things you want to swap up. If you're facing a double melee and you want to up-cleave them, what you're going to run is going ahead and change Grounding, because you're not going to get too much value out of this on a double DPS that happen to be melee. You're going to want to run Rotted Lightning, and this will help with the cleave damage, and you want as much cleave damage as you can get. The second thing that you will change is most likely Shamanism. You're going to want to change Shamanism if you're facing a mage. And only a mage, because mage can spell steal it. You don't want to give a mage Bloodlust. They already do a lot of damage. If they have a haste effect, they will blow you up in their next go. Okay, so we just went over talents and PvP talents. Now it's time to go over what covenant I choose. Now it's pretty clear. You can see where I'm at. I'm at the Venthril Covenant. This is the one you want to go. And the reason why it's such a huge thing is because this ability right here, Chain Harvest. Again, there's 2 situations that I try to use this in most. One, when my healer CC'd and we need to heal. This will heal you and your teammates. One thing you have to know is they have to be close enough. When you use this on a target, both you and your ally have to be close enough to get value out of it. You yourself don't have to be there, but at least if you're trying to heal your teammate has to be close to that target. So that's the only downside with this, and it makes it kind of difficult. Just think of it as a giant chain heal that hits literally everyone. And the second time I ever use this is when I'm trying to get an execution. Again, I use this like as if it's a ascendant. But one thing is, this is on a way lower cooldown. It's half the cooldown. So it just gives it that much more value. Yeah, you get Door Shadows. Not bad. Alright, let me go ahead and go over the Conduits. And you're going to want to go Naja the Mistblade. As you can see, I know I have it unlocked because I couldn't be bothered doing the quest chain here. You're going to go down to the left side and go Agent of Chaos. Then you're going to have to come through mid and get Friends in the Low Places, and then go back to the left side and get Familiar Predicaments. And what it does is very simple. The duration of incoming interrupts, snares, and roots effects are reduced by 25%. So one thing to keep in mind is Relentless does not stack with this. So if you're planning on trying to run Relentless with this, it does not stack. So you have to run a Trinket or Adept. But I don't recommend running Adept. You want to run a regular Trinket. Good old Trinket right here. Now, since you did this, there's going to be 2 Potency and 1 Finesse and 1 Endurance. So you're going to want this first one. Doesn't matter what it's going to be because there's 2. You're going to either put this as Focus Lightning or Chilled to the Core. So it's going to be both potencies right here. The next one's going to be Finest. A Finest, there's going to be 2 options. And that's going to depend on how good these are going to get. Now, depending on how far you can upgrade this and how much value you actually get, and like how many seconds this reduces all the totems, you're going to want to go this. So if it can go very high, you're going to want to go this. If not, you're going to want to go Spiritual Resonance. Again, this is just information we don't know yet of how much we can upgrade these Conduits. The reason why Spiritual Resonance is good is because you can get out of any snare. You can use it as a get out of root card. So obviously this is going to be pairing up very nice with your burst. And for the last one of Endurance, you're going to want to run Refreshing Waters. If you don't know, our healing at the moment is what makes us pretty freaking strong. This gives us a lot more value, and considering this can upgrade in item level as we were just talking about, this can get even stronger. Okay, we're gonna go into legendaries, and the 2 main legendaries is Legacy of the Frost Witch and Doom Winds. Now my favorite happens to be Doom Winds. Again, we're gonna go back to the talents. Doom Winds goes very well with Force Winds. If you don't want to run Doom Winds, then you're gonna run Elemental Blast. On top of that, you're gonna run Legacy of Frost Witch. So those are the 2. Doom Winds with Force Winds. Don't want to do that. You run Elemental Blast with Legacy of the Frost Witch. Pretty simple, yeah? Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this last minute guide. Literally, expansion is coming out very soon. So I'm trying to pump this out as fast as I can for you guys so you have an idea of what to be grinding for. Again, I'm really excited for this expansion, and they actually brought back the unique system of having to have a rating, a certain rating, in order to increase your gear. And if you guys don't know, Stoops talked about this a lot in his last video if you want to go check that out. But basically, when you buy a piece of Conquest gear, so meaning you buy gear with your Rated BG rating or arenas, the points that you get, you're able to upgrade that piece with honor. And honor comes from doing normal BGs. And you also get honor from doing arena and regular rated BGs. But if you don't want to lose rating, if you don't want to risk that, you can just spam normal BGs. And basically, you're going to be able to upgrade that piece of item with honor, and you're going to be able to upgrade it to a certain point of what rating you are. So you get combatant, which is like 1400. I think next level is going to be 16, then 1850, 2k, 2200. So stuff like that. So it's kind of like Wrath of Lich King come back again. And then one of the really nice things is it's going to be alt friendly because you're going to be able to spam arenas. They have a really nice catch-up system, and that's something I'm really looking forward to. One thing to point out too, if you made it this far in the video, it probably means you're a supporter of mine. Last video, I really clickbait that video. I probably won't clickbait that hard, but I didn't think we're clickbaiting that hard because I feel like we're one of the strongest classes at the moment. But that seemed to receive a lot of hate, but I took it in the most positive way as I could, as if you guys didn't like it, and I'll try to reframe doing that. But anyways, guys, I thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, have a beautiful day. Peace.